Hey, good morning. It's Mercer Horace at Brandon Elementary. Andy Johnson was so kind to come in and do this short documentary on a day in the life of Mr. Horst at Brandon Elementary during the COVID-19 virus. Ooh, not a good thing. So anyway, I'm just gonna kind of show you kind of how my day goes and that. And so I'm just going to start off with that. I just kind of come in and I pull my chair out and sit down and kind of think for a little bit. And then I always like to kind of start off with a Diet Pepsi. You know, just kind of gets me going and that. So you just kind of open, take the cap off, and take a couple swigs if you want. Oh, yeah. And then this is a computer, and I just turn that on then, and it's a great device for me. It helps with, my stock returns, I can check that, play games on it and that. And then it makes you look kind of important, you know, like you kind of have this thing sitting right there and that. I don't use it a lot, but it's great to have, I guess. So anyway, so during the filming of this, there's things you're probably not going to want to try. There's that home thing, you've heard that. Don't do this at home. So anyway, then the next thing, a few things you can do, or I do, I should say, is you can rearrange your piles of stuff, So I have this little pile here. I think I'm going to move it over here today. And then this pile I'll move right here and that. So that and it gives you a little bit of, you can build your muscles a little bit by moving things around and that. And then you want to, this is my to-do pile over here, and I like to keep it as far away from me as I can. Well, anyway, I'll get to that, I don't know what day it will be because I'm kind of busy guy. But anyway, so you can have this piles over here, and if you want to move it to your desk, you can. And again, it's kind of builds the muscles and that. So, and some other things that I do, just to kind of share, is that if you're feeling stressed, you see I've got a Fitbit here, and I don't know, it's not real accurate, but anyway, I've tried a few things. So if I'm feeling stressed, I just kind of then walk around my desk and that. And I have figured that, that once around is a half a mile. And there's stopping points. So like if I get tired, I have chairs set up so that you could sit and rest for it. So I'm still working on just the half a mile because it's a half a mile once around. And I'm still working on trying to get up to a mile in that. So anyway, that's just some things you can do to kind of relieve some stress in that. Some other things that I do during the day are, well, of course, I'm the only one here, so I have to man the phone and that. So here's some kind of fun things I like to do with the phone. I like to just kind of pull it over closer to me. The one thing I do, and this kind of helps kids out with math skills, the first thing I like to do is see how many times the phone will ring before they hang up. And then I keep a tally, and then I make a graph at the end of the day on how many rings it before they gave up. And so that's always kind of fun to do, and it's a great math skill for kids to do. This is another one that's kind of fun also, is like the phone will ring and I'll just pick it up and I'll go, Pizza Ranch, how can I help you today? And they seem real confused in that, so then I just hang it back up in that. So that's kind of some fun things to do, you know, because we're real big on phone etiquette here at Brandon Elementary. So again, you might want to try this at home. I wouldn't try this. I wouldn't try it at home, but if you want to, hey, go ahead. It's kind of fun, kind of entertaining, and that kind of gets the parents like, what, who was that? Oh, I called Pizza Ranch. So, some other things that I've been doing, this is basically for Dr. Larson, and this is a stress reliever. There's this hat that sits in here that he makes me wear, and so I sometimes will put it on like that. I hate it, but then I might put the bill up, you know, like that, or wear it on the side like that. And then there's several ways you can go, like wear it like that if you want to, and that it's a great, you know, punching bag and that. So again, the exercise and that, and you can, you know, sit on it if you want, you know, and just kind of, it adds a little padding in that. And then, you know, if you don't want to do that, then you could just, you know, pick it up and, you know, throw it in the garbage and that, and that's probably the best place for it. This is kind of a little, I don't know what you'd say. I kind of like to look at my Viking stuff then. I have a collection of it, and so when I have a few spare minutes, I kind of like to rearrange them a little bit. And then I'm trying also to count how many Viking items I have in my office and that. So, you know, again, it's something, you know, that I can do and kind of straighten things up. Sometimes I might even dust that. And then another thing is, you always want to be organized in that, so I've had plenty of time, you know, to organize my closet. You know, everything has a place. And so if somebody needs something like a hat or a bag or something, I know exactly where it is. So that's just some other things, you know, you can do during the day, unless you get kind of tired in that. I get kind of hungry, so I'll just grab my box of Cheez-Its and snack on this and that. You just open it up, and of course you eat however many you want and that. So I just kind of will do that as well. Something new I'm going to try is, with this computer, is email like maybe Dr. Larson and just say, what are you doing right now? You know, just to see if he's really busy or if he isn't, you know. But just kind of mess around with him a little bit. And then maybe like in another half hour, I might email him again and say, well, what are you doing now? You know, just to kind of get under his skin a little bit and that, because he probably needs, you know, some things to do to answer my emails and that. So, so those are just a few of the things, you know, that kind of keep me busy during the day. I also try and practice on my skills with how to handle discipline problems. And so you can just like grab any type of object, you know, that you want, and put them in the chair. And a big problem that I have at Brandon Elementary is that the kids aren't sure who the boss is. So anyway, they don't think, they ask me, well, what do you do, Mr. Horst, every day? And I said, well, there's a lot of things that I do. And the problem is that they think, and you two especially, think that Sandy is the boss. And I'm gonna tell you, she isn't. Your parents think she is, and you think she is. But Sandy is not the boss. I am. Now you got that? Now you make sure you go home tonight and you tell your parents that Mr. Horst is the boss. Sandy is not. Got it? Okay, go. Get back to your rooms and learn something today. So see, that's just kind of, I practiced a little bit on that, and hopefully these two kids will get my message and spread the word that I am the boss. So those are just some techniques that you can use on disciplining the kids here at school. And so like right now, I'm tired, you know, because I've been here 15 minutes. So I'm just gonna sit for a little bit and relax a little bit. Oh, by the way, I did get these from students yesterday. I was the second choice. I believe they wanted to give them to Mr. Johnson, by the way, but he wasn't here, so I was the second choice. Well, thanks, kids, for thinking of me as the second choice. So I'll just keep those right there. And so I'm just gonna show you again, like the phone again. So Pizza Ranch, is this delivery or takeout? Oh, and then you just hang up on them and that. So, so other than that, that kind of is my day. I like to keep busy, and I hope you learned something today. You know, during this documentary, you know, I did share some information in that. Maybe some of it needs to be confidential. But other than that, feel free to use any of these techniques and that I've been practicing and what I do during the day. So I wish everybody to be healthy, stay safe from the virus and that. Wear your masks. I have 2 of them, by the way, that I am wearing here at school. And again, wash your hands and that, and be safe. And so Andy will probably come back and we'll do our next documentary maybe in another day or 2, and I can share a few more techniques that any principal can use. Have a great day.